So you're dreaming of a Caribbean getaway, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines has caught your eye. It's no wonder with 32 islands, a mix of lush landscapes and secluded cays, it promises a different pace from some of the bigger Caribbean destinations. But after Hurricane Beryl swept through, you might be wondering what to expect now. What's open for business? What should be on your radar for a truly unforgettable trip? Well, that's exactly what we're diving into today.
You've got a stack of articles here focused on post-hurricane recovery, especially around luxury accommodations, which is a good starting point.
Right, and I see some positive signs already. Several high-end resorts are back on track after Beryl, which is great news for both travelers and the islands themselves.
It is. Take the Canoeing Group, for instance. The fact that places like Soho Beach House and Canoeing Estate Resort and villas are back open as of October 10th, that signals a real commitment to recovery.
That's encouraging, especially for anyone who might be eyeing a last-minute escape.
Yep.
What's the story with the Mandarin Oriental, Kenawan? That one's been high on my travel wish list for a while now.
Mid-November is the word for their reopening. But what's particularly interesting here goes beyond just patching things up. They're using this as a chance to become more resilient. There's this new Canoe and Residence Fund, where a portion of what guests spend will go directly into strengthening the island against future storms.
Now that's what I call putting your money where your mouth is. It's great to see a focus on sustainable tourism, not just bouncing back, but building back better.
Absolutely, and this connects to a bigger trend of travelers wanting more than just luxury series. They want to know their vacation is having a positive impact.
It's that travel with purpose mindset, right?
Exactly, but let's be real, choosing where to stay amidst all this gorgeousness, that's a delicious dilemma in itself. You've got 32 islands to choose from.
Okay, so let's break it down. We've touched on canoeing, which sounds amazing for that high-end C&B scene vibe, with a side of eco-consciousness.
Yeah.
What other island personalities are we talking about?
Well, if canoeing is for the luxury seeker, then St. Vincent, the main island, is for the explorer. It's less about glitz and more about untouched beauty.
And that's where Sandals St. Vincent and the Grenadines comes in.
Yes, their whole approach is about tapping into that desire to discover the road less traveled. They're playing up St. Vincent's pristine nature, the feeling of having this whole paradise almost to yourself.
Which is a smart move because I feel like everyone's heard of places like St. Lucia, but St. Vincent still holds that air of mystery. Now, I can't help but notice we've got articles here mentioning Beauquis and Moustique. These names just scream hidden gem. What's the deal with those?
Ah, yes, the whispers of even more exclusive escapes. Now some of these smaller islands are still on the mend after the hurricane. But Beauquis is definitely one to watch. It's starting to buzz again with charming boutique hotels and a very laid-back atmosphere.
And Moustique, that one always sounds so mythical almost.
Moustique is in a world of its own. It's always been a haven for the ultra-wealthy, those seeking ultimate privacy. It's not easily accessible, which only adds to its allure.
Okay, so let's say our listener is hooked on the idea of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. They're ready to book their flights. What do they need to know?
Well, JetBlue launching Nonstop flights from New York to St. Vincent, that was a game changer. It used to be you had to island hop or take multiple flights.
Direct flights make such a difference, especially for a shorter getaway. How long are we talking flight-wise?
About 5 hours from New York. And here's a pleasant surprise. Those JetBlue flights are starting at a surprisingly reasonable price, around $563 for a round trip.
That's less than I expected. You're not always hit with those sky-high fares to paradise.
Exactly. It makes the whole destination more accessible, which is fantastic.
So you've got your flights booked, your ideal island is calling, but you're craving more than just lounging by the pool. What's waiting beyond those resort walls?
Oh, you're in for a treat. St. Vincent itself is a hiker's paradise. Imagine trekking through lush rainforest to the rim of La Soufrière, an active volcano with panoramic views that will leave you speechless. Or, for something a little more relaxed, explore the vibrant flora and fauna of Montreal Gardens. Think hummingbirds, butterflies, a riot of color.
Okay, you had me at active volcano. I'm sold. But those gardens sound pretty tempting, too. What about waterfalls? Those are always a winner in my book.
Then add Darkview Falls to your list. It's a chance to cool off in pristine natural pools, surrounded by the kind of untouched beauty that's getting harder and harder to find these days.
This is all speaking to my adventurous side. But what about those smaller islands we touched on earlier? Beauquis and Mayreau, places like that. What treasures are waiting to be unearthed there?
Island hopping is really where the magic of this destination comes alive. Beauquis is a must. Picture yourself relaxing on Princess Margaret Beach. Soft white sand, turquoise water. Maybe a little rum punch in hand from Jack's Bar, a local institution.
That sounds like my kind of research. Jack's Bar, here I come. But you can't just leave me hanging on Mayro, spill the beans. What's the deal with this tiny island?
Mayro is an adventure in itself. It's a speck of an island, only accessible by boat, with a reputation for captivating charm and an unhurried pace of life. And listen, if you're a snorkeling enthusiast, you have to experience the Tobago Cays. Picture this. Swimming with sea turtles, exploring pristine coral reefs, teeming with marine life. It's like something out of a dream.
Okay, I'm starting to get serious wanderlust over here. This is all amazing.
Huh.
But what I'm picking up on here is that there's more to this place than meets the eye. It's not just about luxury, is it?
You've hit the nail on the head, St. Vincent. And the Grenadines offers this wonderful blend of high-end experiences and authentic Caribbean culture. Yes, you can indulge in luxury, but I encourage you to venture beyond the resort walls, explore local markets, savor the flavors of the local cuisine, and connect with the incredibly welcoming people. That's where the true heart and soul of these islands lie.
I love that it's that desire to experience a place fully, wouldn't you say? To really immerse yourself in the culture, not just observe it from a distance.
Precisely, and that brings up a critical point, especially when we're talking about destinations as naturally stunning and ecologically sensitive as these islands. How can you, as a visitor, experience the beauty and luxury without unintentionally harming the very things that make it so special? How can you ensure that your trip not only benefits you, but also contributes to the well-being of the local communities and the preservation of the environment? It's a question worth pondering as you plan your Caribbean escape.
It is indeed. This whole conversation has been a whirlwind of turquoise waters, lush landscapes, and that tantalizing promise of adventure, all while reminding us of the importance of traveling responsibly and thoughtfully so to our listener. I say this, let this be the spark that ignites your wanderlust. Dive deep into the possibilities that await in St. Vincent and the Grenadines research. Explore and discover what kind of magic unfolds when you blend luxury with a touch of off-the-beaten-path exploration.